Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I wanted to explain something from my experience when some unexplainables with a capital U is what I call it. Some people call it miracles, some people call it divine or hallucinations, who knows. But for me, they're unexplainables. And what happens to me is that when it happens, well, some of them, things can happen simultaneously, I guess. No, they are happening simultaneously, but also paused, where, like, my daughter and I were on a highway. She was driving, and she avoided a van that was ready to hit us, and that put us in a tailspin, and we were ready to T-bone the cement wall in the middle at high speeds. So I think we had made a choice at that time what to do. What I did is I literally faced her and surrounded her in a love bubble because we knew we were going to die. Physics wise, measurement wise, we were going to die. We were going to hit it, So I faced her and just did this huge love bubble, and I asked that her spirit, highest consciousness, or even if you're an atheist, it's like, can you just not feel it? I just wished for that, prayed for that, and maybe manifested that, whatever word you want to use. But the next thing both of us knew was it was like where did my little toy car? So just pretend this is my little toy car, and we were ready to T-bone this, and this is the outer, this is the median, and whatever, life, unexplainable, God, whatever you want to call it, paused us, and it's like a giant picked us up and parallel parked us perfectly aligned. We were facing the wrong way, but we were out of all the lanes of traffic, and we never hit it. That's another thing to talk about. Did we die? And we just had another chance, but whatever. But I asked my daughter a couple days later when we were, kind of recovering from the shock of it all. I said, "How did you do that?" And she said that she just made peace that we were going to die, and then she closed her eyes, so she didn't even steer. We were still going straight from her point of view. And after she told me that, I believe we did die, but the point is life was paused, and then we were okay for the next bit when the car was parallel parked. And they're my nachos are ready. Ding. I don't know if you heard the bell. But the other thing is like pausing was when the very first one, Unexplainable, that I had was with Grandma Jones. I was in a parking lot. I've already explained all this, but before, it's titled Grandma Jones. But yeah, I saw her. Yes, her alive body was in Virginia. I was in North Carolina at the time. Everything around me disappeared. Got to be with her, got to be in this amazing space that is unexplainable and loving and kind. And then, when I returned, from my perspective, my friend just thought it was all normal, like no time had passed or whatever. And, sorry, that was Nelson. And, I just want you to know that like time paused so that I could interact with Grandma Jones. She was a nanny from Jamaica, and it turns out that she did die at that same time period. So somehow I was tapped into that or gifted the knowing of that, and I could be with her a little bit. But all these different examples that I have, it's like time is paused and I'm okay. So we don't know what's going to happen in the future or this month or now. It's just, from my experience, I'm at peace because it's just my highest consciousness, spirit, whatever, is allowed to just be in that pause, in that space with no time, with no place or anything. So I know this is a long one. I just wanted you to know that it's okay. So, I mean, if you find yourself in a strange situation, ask for help, because I asked for help for my daughter to be at peace when we were ready to crash, and just reach out. That's where the free will comes in. Reach out during perceived bad times, and you'll be fine. Just, pause a moment and reach out, pause a moment, and embrace. All right. I love you. Bye. Oh, no.